Hey everybody, this is Tony from Blue Without the E, butterflycreations.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to show you something a little out of the norm. It's not going to include paper, it's actually going to be vinyl cut on the Cricut. And what I have in front of me is my Cricut mat preloaded with brown vinyl, and I'm going to load that into the Indie Art cartridge in there. And this is also using the Cricut brand vinyl in the tube package, cut to 6x12 originally. I did cut out some things beforehand, and I'm just going to use my Cricut, and I'm going to tab down to where the vinyl starts. I'm going to set my paper size. I'm going to turn my dial to 3.5 inches, and I'm going to cut skull and crossbones right here. Just gonna cut that out for me. Now I highly recommend getting the transfer tape that Cricut also puts out for when you're moving your design onto your glass for etching. And if you can tell, there is my skull and crossbones. And what I've done is, using that transfer tape, I kept the negative space. This will be where it's not brown anymore, it's where my etching solution is going to go. So I'm going to go step into the kitchen and prep up my glass. Make sure your glasses are... Alright, so here we are in my kitchen, and I'm going to show you what I'm using. I'm using this Armor Etch, which is a glass etching. I'm using a sponge dabber brush here. I also have masking tape. And for those who are doing this for the first time, or you have kids or dogs or animals running around, I highly recommend using some sort of hand protecting material, rubber gloves, narrow light gloves, anything, because the etching cream is caustic. I also do this in a well ventilated area. So I've gone ahead and I have put my vinyl on this nice glass here. And it's just a nice big glass. I'm going to actually probably do these as Halloween decorations that my guests can take home after. So I've gone ahead and I've put on the vinyl using, and I'm just going to peel my transfer tape off. My glass with the vinyl. I have it upside down so you can see. I'm going to take some of my masking tape. I'm going to go around the edges of my vinyl just to make sure, in case I overdo it. I'm getting all excited here. So if there's animals or kids running around, I don't get etching cream where I don't want it. So I'm using the masking tape, just lapping it over the glass all around the vinyl. So there's my glass. I'm going to move the camera here so you can see my masking tape job. Like so. And then I'm going to start doing the etching. Alright, so let's start etching. I have my glass here. It's prepped and ready to go. I'm using my dabber brush. I'm dipping it into my etching solution. And I am heavily coating the vinyl in the spaces that I want my etching cream on. I want to make sure it is all covered evenly, as even as possible. Here is my skull, all etched cream covered, and make sure you read your directions to your bottle. This has to sit for about 5 minutes or so before I can start rinsing it off, and that is when you're definitely going to want to use gloves. I'm sure you can see. This is my kitchen, and I am going to show you. I have gone ahead and washed using my gloves. Make sure you have the appropriate safety protection. All the etching solution off of my glass here, and the way you can tell it's all gone is because the solution is gritty. When it's not gritty anymore, it's all gone. So I'm going to start peeling off my vinyl and tape. And I'm using my paper towel dab it, dab the areas, make sure everything is all dry, off. And there is my skeleton.